Hey guys, Scott here. It's late. I'm sick. I have nothing to play. So I thought I'd impart some extremely Rick and Morty high IQ wisdom. I want you to look at what I do here and tell me if you notice anything that I do special. Let's just watch this very simple clip. That here, I think? Yeah. That's it. So, really doesn't look like I'm doing anything special there, but this is one of those, like, very extremely obvious killer things that is so incredibly beneficial. It's almost like it's the most no shit thing to ever say, and yet a lot of people don't do it almost because it is so obvious. So I'm just going to show you just really quickly. This is basically it's almost like a fake out, even though they can actually see you. So all I do here is I enter the loop. I very clearly telegraph that I'm going on the right side here. So I've like this is probably the main point. Very clearly telegraphing where you're going to go, and then at the last second, just switching to the other way. And that's all it is. It seems like this is actually nothing. But if you look at the distance of the shred, he was about a tenth of a second away from getting that pallet drop. If I didn't do that, because when I actually do that little tiny doubling back thing, he hesitates for a minute. And he loses a bit more distance than me, because the survivor rate at which they turn is going to be slower than the killer rate of turning that direction as well. So the survivor is going to actually end up losing more distance with that tiny, tiny little maneuver. And I do this very, very frequently. And the thing is, it seems stupid, right? Because you're doing a little double back on a loop that they can see you. It's not like a moonwalk or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes with this type of loop, all you need is that just little half a second of hesitation. And it's not something I ever discussed doing, but this is something most good killers do, and I thought I would just bring it to light. I guarantee you, if you're not doing this and you start doing it, it'll get you hits when you wouldn't have gotten a hit because the difference was like a half a second. And that's basically it. I just wanted to share that tiny little thing. This is a very, very powerful thing to do. Just when you enter a loop, telegraph going in one way and then immediately switch back. It takes a survivor longer to turn around than it takes you to switch back to that direction. And that's assuming they're paying perfect attention to you and a perfect reaction time. Even if they have perfect reaction time, they still end up losing more time than you. So this whole double back thing is very, very simple, and it's something you should be doing. And then once the survivor's conditioned you doing it, then don't do it. And then he might run into you. But I would always recommend start doing this. And I know this seems like the most obvious video ever, but I see a lot of even like pretty decent killers don't even try this because they think there's no point to it. This is just video proof that there is a point to it. You just need that half a second hesitation, and sometimes that'll be the difference between getting a hit or not getting a hit, or them getting an entire additional loop or not getting a loop. So very, very tiny, giant 500 IQ, very obvious shit, but it's so obvious that people don't do it, and I thought I would just share that while I can't sleep. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck.